bedeuten die Verbrennung der Amerikaner.
I haven't really written anything I care to share today, so in place of that, I'm going to be reading from Wilderness, The Lost Writings of Jim Morrison. And this is a poem called The Opening of the Trunk. Moment of inner freedom when the mind is opened and the infinite universe revealed, and the soul is left to wander, dazed and confused, searching here and there for teachers and friends. What is up, my beautiful mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing off a fragrance that I picked up today and a couple of cool things that I bought. So if that interests you, stick around. So the first thing I picked up from the vintage store was this CD for $5 Australian. Steel Panthers, Feel the Steel. I mean, for $5 it is an absolute no-brainer. What a classic. And I love it how it's got a little disclaimer on the back right here. This CD you're about to listen to contains parodies that feature foul language, adult content, satanic imagery, and depictions of sexually deviant fantasies that may offend the religious right, the unreligious left, fat girls, skinny girls, metrosexuals, animal lovers, animal haters, hippies, skinheads, the current presidential administration, and people with ears. The record label and its parent companies do not endorse or support the opinions of Steel Panther, they just think they effing rock. How iconic. And as for the fragrance, Mont Blanc Emblem Eau de Toilette, and I picked this up for $61 Australian, and it is 100 ml or 3.3 fluid ounces. So I'll just show you off the packaging here. Now there's like is that David Gandy, that model bloke? Anyways, oh what the hell? Look at that, it's on like, the cellophane's on the inside of the box, and because there's a sticker right here, I can't actually take this out without damaging the box. That's pretty stupid. Oh well, I hate to do it. Well, here it is without the bloke on the front. I try and keep all my fragrances in their absolute original packaging, so that's disappointing. Fragrance inside there. I've got Emblem Absolute, and I'm a big fan of that one. It's like really sweet and woody. Packaging, or the presentation more like. Very plain, very black. I'm a big fan of it. Mont Blanc, one of those brands that rarely disappoint when it comes to fragrances, so I'm looking forward to smelling this one. Atomizer is decent, solid. As for the fragrance itself, spicy, woody, definitely not as sweet and fruity as Emblem Absolute. Cinnamon, wood, I do get some sort of sweetness here. I reckon performance for this one's going to be pretty decent. Warm, spicy, definitely sort of cinnamon to my nose. Kind of nice. I like it way better than 1 Million, which also has a cinnamon note. First impressions, it's a pretty solid fragrance. 61 bucks. I mean, not the best price in the world, and that was the sale price as well. I bet you if I checked eBay, I could get it way cheaper than 61 bucks. I'll provide a little bit of an update there, or maybe up there. But I like it. I think this is going to be a perfectly serviceable winter daily driver. Something that you can just chuck on. It's a real dumb fragrance where you can just put it on and forget about it. Yeah, pretty nice, I gotta say. Next is one of the highlights from the vintage store, and this is a vintage Harley Davidson t-shirt. And on the back, and through the power of editing, I will now be wearing the t-shirt. Ta-da! So yeah, nice and baggy. It's actually, as far as Harley Davidson shirts go, this is probably the best fitting one that I own, except the neck is pretty big. I like something a little closer around the neck. Actually, this isn't too bad. Around the back. I can't get enough vintage Harley shirts, so having another one to the collection, not a bad thing. I like my bike, so I don't own a Harley, not yet at least. But yeah, pretty happy with this one. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for it though, because people will be disgusted. But let's just say it was over $20 and under 100. As far as Emblem goes though, I definitely don't prefer it to Eternity Parfum, the fragrance that I've reviewed most recently. That fragrance is just an incredible buy for the price. This is a decent scent, but it's nothing exceptional or amazing. It does have this like slightly darkish wood note to it, and I am loving that, but the spiciness is a little nondescript. Alright, records time. Let's see what I picked up. The smoker you drink, the player you get. Joe Walsh, he was a guitarist for the Eagles for like a relatively short amount of time. He played the solo on Hotel California. Leonard Cohen, Songs of Love and Hate. That's got to be one of the best albums of all time, right? And Ted Nugent, Free For All. I'm fairly confident Meatloaf actually sang on this and not Derek St. Holmes. But yeah, to all you mothers who I'll call friends, I'm glad to have you with me, because here we go again. Ted Nugent. Gotta love the Nuge. Not so keen about his political views and his excessive hunting though, but his music, we can separate the art from the artist here on this channel. And yeah, incredible guitar player. Underrated in today's climate. Just look at that artwork, it's incredible. Back when music actually meant something, I also got like this vintage cocktail book for $10. When was this published? 1982. Long time before I was born. Gotta love a whiskey cocktail, right? Rattlesnake, Canadian whiskey, egg whites. Well, can't have that, can I? Sugar Pernod. I'm a big fan of vintage cocktails, much better than more recent cocktails that are just overly sweet, and you know, they think by adding all these different ingredients that they're being creative, but in my opinion, you know, you can't beat a classic. From Brixton, this in particular is pretty cool. There was like this really big cream colored like wide brim hat, like an even wider brim than this, but I thought it looked a little Amish, so I was like, no, I'll give that one a pass for now. But knowing me, I'm gonna like change my mind on it and pick it up tomorrow or something. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the lighter color here. I wear a lot of black, a lot of darker colors, so having like a lighter colored hat is pretty good. And this like sort of brown, like khaki green. This one's pretty nice as well. All in all, what a successful shop. Oh, actually, I've got one more thing to show you. Sunglasses case from Le Specs. They're like my favorite sunglasses brand at the moment. The cool thing about Le Specs is that they've got a Le Sustain brand, and what that is that sort of like 100% recycled plastics and whatnot. And here we go. They're sort of like those Duke glasses that I was talking about that I really wanted to pick up. Is that me or is that me? Do I pair it with the hat though? Too rock and roll? Is that even a thing? I don't know, but I'm loving it though. We're getting a little bit closer. Pretty happy with the purchases today. Gonna wear that Harley Davidson shirt tomorrow, gonna wear this hat tomorrow. Looking forward to it, can't wait to put it all together. Pretty happy. Mont Blanc Emblem though, circling back around to that. Is it worth the $61 Australian that I paid for it? Probably not. But in saying that though, I don't dislike the fragrance. And I will do a more thorough review on it down the line. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see how we go. But that dark wood note in here, it's sort of like ebony almost. That dark wood note is the saving grace for this scent. It's not quite in the background, but it's definitely not in the foreground. But that dark wood note, it's like, it's lingering, and it smells friggin' divine. The thing is though, it just has this generic quality to it that I'm not the biggest fan of, but that one bit of dark wood in there is making all the difference in the world for me. Yeah. So anyways, maybe you watched this one, maybe you didn't. If you did, let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on the overall haul today? Can't wait to hear from you guys as always. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel. I'll catch you guys around.